What's going on, y'all? Peace to everybody. Grand rising to all my kings and queens. What I want to talk about today is how to manifest what you want on the field. And by field, I mean any type of competitive environment. How to manifest and make those plays that you imagine, beforehand. How to manifest that onto the field. How does that show up on the field? I know for me, one thing that really helps out is having that imagination. It takes a decent imagination to be creative and to be inspired to do what you want to do, in all phases of life, really. But to have it on the sports field is an incredible tool. Simply being able to, in your head, imagine making the play that you want to make. In order for it to manifest, one of the main things it needs is that emotion. It needs the feeling, the belief in your heart that it can happen. Because just thinking about it and still having doubts that it's not going to happen is taken away from its power in terms of throwing your intentions out there. And so, what I like to do night before a game, especially, is really put myself in a meditative state and do my deep breathing, just get really relaxed. And what I do is I go back to one of my favorite moments in sports in my career. And a moment where I found myself making a play when the team needed it. Like one of my proudest moments in my career. And when I do that, I feel the goosebumps come back. I feel the emotions of it. I really put myself in that moment all over again. When I'm already in that competitive sphere, that competitive environment that I've created for myself, where I feel those emotions again, like being on the field, that's when I plug in what I want to do on game day, what I want to do when that competition happens. That's when I plug that in and I imagine myself making another play. I know who my opponent is, and I imagine myself getting a sack on a big time quarterback. I imagine myself getting the interception and taking it back to the house. When I'm in that confident, competitive environment that I've created for myself by going back in the past and thinking about it. And so, by doing that, it's helped for me to actually make those plays the next day. And I would say a lot of that has to do with putting yourself in the mindset. It really tricks the brain into thinking that's what it is when it hasn't even happened yet, because it's already happened in your mind. When the competition comes, you're ready for it. You're calm. You've already seen it happen. You know it's going to happen, and then it happens, and a lot of that. You go into the game with even more confidence that it's going to happen because you've already seen it, you felt it, you put yourself in that place. So try that out. When you have, it's not even just football or basketball or sports in general, when you have a test, when you could put yourself in that moment, not just mentally, not just having the vision, but also having the feeling of it, it makes it just that much more powerful. So manifest what you want when you want it, and all it takes is the power that's already inside of each and every one of you, inside of me, and the creators that we are. We can create what we want, really when we want it. Thanks for tuning in. Hope that helps. Appreciate you once again. I'm clocking out. Peace.